And welcome back aboard the Night Bus, magical transport for the stranded witch wizard, accompanied by a muggle. Corey.
And Jamie.
And I'm Jackie.
And after our conversation, last night, kind of got to make an amendment. The muggles can't board unless they're with or accompanied by a wizard. So
isn't that discrimination?
Who cares?
All right, then.
There you go. Who cares? But as promised, we are here to break down some in-depth Doctor Who episodes. We
Tenant rolls. Just say.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah. He's good. He's good. Oh, he's great. And Matt Smith is also great. That's basically what you take from that. But we rewatched, well, some of us has already rewatched it just recently. But we've all, within the last, little bit, rewatched Tooth and Claw and School Reunion.
Yeah, some of us just watched Tooth and Claw for the very first time.
Yeah.
And School Reunion.
Well, that's cool, man, because we get a fresh outlook.
Exactly.
Even though we know you're not a big Doctor Who fan, and that just told me a whole lot.
No, it won't tell you what you think it is.
But what
Good,
I wanted to get at first, just simply, we gave Jackie some episodes that he could choose from to watch. And, when it came to Tooth and Claw, we gave him three. We gave him Tooth and Claw, School Reunion, and The Girl in the Fireplace, because those are 3 episodes that happened all in a row. Well, the funny thing is, he watched Tooth and Claw and School Reunion. The funny thing about that is, the third one that he didn't watch, The Girl in the Fireplace, is mine and Jamie's probably favorite episode of Doctor Who.
Oh, yeah, by far.
Favorite one-off episode that doesn't, play with another episode or isn't a special. So it's just funny that you stopped right before the best episode.
Yeah, well,
hit on that.
I will put down that I was actually busy doing some stuff. I stopped long enough to watch those 2. That way I have something to talk about instead of sitting over here in the corner I didn't like this, I didn't like that. But I will honestly say, between this Doctor and the very first Doctor, this one's a whole lot better.
Yeah.
The graphics seem a lot better on it.
They're a little better. They're not way better.
I don't understand the whole thing when they're getting ready to shoot back in time. Why the hell is he hammering on the TARDIS for?
He's got to keep the TARDIS in line. What you really need to watch is when Matt Smith's the Doctor, but then when River shows up, watch her fly the TARDIS, because she just pushes a couple buttons, pulls a lever, and flies it.
You know what? On that, I didn't like that.
Oh, you don't like that she showed that you can fly the TARDIS without doing all the crazy stuff the Doctor does?
Yeah.
I mean, it does take something away.
It just takes a little bit away from it.
It does. I'll give you that.
This show's always just explain to it walks a fine line, man. People always say, "Well, it didn't tell me enough. It told me too much," and I do the same thing.
Yeah.
And on that one, it just told me more than I wanted to know.
Yeah, I mean,
it's kind of the mystique of the TARDIS is not knowing everything about it.
Yeah.
Although I would love to see him do episodes where they explored the deep into the TARDIS.
Yeah, see just how big it is.
Well, we get 1 or 2 episodes that are like that, because you get the one with Matt Smith where Amy is.
Yeah, but it didn't show me what I was hoping to see.
Yeah, but it does show you more. Just it gives you a glimpse of how vast the TARDIS is. Because I mean, it's the size on the inside is just infinite. It's as big as it needs to be. It can just keep getting bigger and bigger.
Sounds like the room requirements.
It's very similar.
Very similar. Yeah, that's a good comparison. Actually, it's what you need it to be when you need it to be. That.
Yeah, like I said, I was watching it and they was all giddy. Next thing I know, I'm watching with a hammer beat and bang on this and tear this up, and they fall back giggling and laughing. I was like,
"Yeah, buddy."
No wonder why when you see the TARDIS moving through space, it's twisting and turning and everything. He's beating the shit out.
He's not a good pilot.
No.
That's what goes in with River later on and deep in it. He's not very good at what he does sometimes.
No. I mean, he stole the TARDIS to begin with. It's not like he was trained to fly this or anything. He took it. He stole it. And he stole an old model that was out of production, that was broke down.
And in his academy years, he was just kind of mediocre as a student. He almost failed.
Yeah.
Damn.
He's the classic, C's get degrees.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But diving into Tooth and Claw.
Tooth and Claw.
So, me and Jamie already talked. We love this episode. What, we're going to dive deep into the episode of everything about it, but just
now this is very, very, very early in
now
in
Tennant's run. Yes,
and,
his technically third episode.
Yeah, so it's really fresh into his run.
I liked it. I mean, the
Thought that
graphics
might
wasn't
be more your
completely
thing.
sucky. The acting was a lot better.
Well, it's David Tennant.
Yeah, I mean all in all, I liked it a whole lot better than I did the very first two I ever watched. Season 1, episode 1 and 2. I could not get into those.
I really, really like Christopher Eccleston. Don't get me wrong, but Tennant and Billy Piper had great chemistry together.
Oh yes,
They played far better off of each other than she did with Eccleston.
Yeah. And speaking of graphics, if you want to see a big graphics jump, you got to go to right at the end of Tennant's run when they done like this just slew of specials right before his ended, Matt Smith began. That's when they actually gave Doctor Who some budget. So that's when things really got better. That's when they actually started filming in 720p. With all Tennant stuff, it's filmed natively in 480 and then just upscaled. So, but going into Tooth and Claw, they to break down the episode, because like I said, we're going deep. So if you haven't seen it, spoiler alert, you may want to not listen to this podcast. We're going deep. We're going to talk about everything that happened in the episode.
Considering this aired in what, man,
2006.
Probably anybody tuning in
I would assume
at least
so.
somewhat familiar with it.
I would assume so.
I don't know, because you get people like me that listen to y'all when y'all was doing the other
Oh,
ones.
well,
I hadn't watched none of them.
Well, it's going to be hard to avoid spoilers
Yeah.
for a show that old. So.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it starts off with the Doctor and Rose, and basically deciding where they want to go. And Rose is, I can't remember if it was Rose or the Doctor one decided they were going to go to 1979.
I think it was Rose.
So they're expecting 1979, and
of
Vietnam
course,
War, this and that, and they step outside. Nowhere near it. They're 1875.
1879. Yeah, they missed it by a century. But so they're in the big field. So they start walking, and who do they run into but the Queen of England?
No, they don't even go walking. They step straight out the
straight out.
TARDIS, and there she is with a gun pulled on him and everything else.
Yeah,
I was like, out of all the places to land, how do you land right in front of somebody with a gun that already point at you?
the TARDIS.
TARDIS decided that's
The
where he needed
TARDIS,
to be.
yeah, the TARDIS takes the Doctor where he needs to be.
Not necessarily where he wants to go.
And the crazy part I liked when they said, what are you doing here, was that half-naked woman.
Totally
Who had
dressed from
clothes
head
on?
to toe, covered.
Yeah, just that you could see her arms.
Hey,
Oh, at that time, man, that's
Yeah,
if you showed your
1879.
ankle, you were scandalous.
yeah,
Yeah, it was.
that was a joke throughout the whole
How
episode.
the human race
Yep.
survived that time period, I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't. Good God, I don't know how women could breathe with those corsets on.
Oh God. That just blew my mind. What are you doing with this half-naked woman? I was like, half-naked woman? I was like, is he watching the same show I'm watching?
Oh, it was, like I said, at that time, man, just the barest showing of skin was just no.
Oh, yeah. I got that when they made it to the house and all the housemaids and the woman sleeves all the way down to the right there at the edge of their palms. And
Yeah,
the necklines up to their chins. And I was like, good Lord, I could not have lived back then.
No, you definitely couldn't.
No, I'd been severely upset. When you get excited when you see an ankle, that's that's bad.
Yeah, definitely. So, needless to say, the Doctor whips out his psychic paper that shows people.
See, I was wondering.
Oh yeah, you don't fully understand psychic paper. You didn't know.
I just saw him whip out a thing. I thought he was just winging it. Hey, here's my ID showing that I'm such and such. I graduated from such and such, and I studied under such and such.
Yeah, that's
then-
psychic paper. So it shows the person you're showing it to. It shows them what you want them to see.
Oh, okay.
Now you gotta have your mind focused on what you want them to see,
Because it very often goes sideways.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, when he showed it to the Queen and she was looking at it and said, "Oh, why didn't you say you was sent here to protect me?"
Yeah,
and it
but-
was a shock to him.
because that's not what he was expecting either.
Yeah.
The
I guess the psychic paper just said, you know what, we need to protect her. So,
whatever powers behind the psychic paper decided that needed to be.
yeah,
Maybe the TARDIS had something to do with it.
maybe.
She brought him there.
I like it's a different episode, but I like when Captain Jack when he first meets Rose, and he shows Rose a piece of paper, and she recognizes it's psychic paper too. And it's funny that it states Captain Jack, but then it also states on there that he's single. She's like, "Yep, this is psychic paper. I know it's psychic paper." So yeah, psychic paper is it's pretty handy. The Doctor uses it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like basically everywhere he goes, just flip out the psychic paper.
that's
Psychic
what I
paper.
need.
Oh yeah, it'd come in handy.
Oh, yeah.
You get pulled over by the police. It's
Credentials
just like
for anything. Here's my license.
FBI.
Yep.
Here's my permission to do absolutely everything.
Yeah. Anything I want to do. Here's my check for the money I got in the bank.
Oh. Now see, that's what you need that's what you need the sonic screwdriver for.
Yeah.
If you had watched the season 4 episodes that I told you about, there's on the first episode of season 4, there's a point where the Doctor needs to get some money out, so he just goes to ATM, points the sonic screwdriver at it, and gets some cash out. Well, then when he has to make a getaway and escape, he points at it and basically just has it shooting money out so that everybody swarms around and he can just get away.
Smart move.
Yeah, it's definitely a smart move.
Yeah. So anyway, back to Tooth and Claw. So basically, the Doctor ends up, him and Rose end up traveling with the Queen, Queen Victoria. Yeah, we've been saying the Queen the whole time. We haven't said it's Queen Victoria.
Totally missed their target by like 100 years.
Yeah. Like I said, just a century off.
Yeah, it's a century off. No big deal for a Time Lord.
Yeah.
Not for him, anyways.
Enough for him. 100 years is nothing. You want to pick up from here, Jamie? That way I'm not describing the whole thing.
No.
Well, that's when
I quickly reviewed it, man. Very quickly.
Yeah, but we've seen it a million times.
it switches to people from back that day. There's a man coming to his house, and there's some priests and stuff there, and he's telling me, I don't want to argue with you, not today, you need to leave and stuff. And that priest goes, well, I only come for one thing. And I said, and what's that? Your house. My house? Yeah. And how you think you're going to take my house? The next thing you know, they're not just priests, they're monks. They drop the robes, and they've got their, I think it was like a reddish-orange robe.
Mm-hmm.
I'll call it Kung Fu outfit on.
It's basically what it is.
With their staff poles and stuff. And I was like, oh, this is going to get pretty good. And the fighting wasn't too bad in this one. It beat the hell out of the Plastic Man I was watching the very first time I was watching it.
Well, yeah. And this is an episode that doesn't need a whole lot of special effects. That's what makes it not as glaring of how poor a budget they had and how poor the special effects are in the first couple seasons.
Now, at what point in the episode do they start mentioning the legend of the werewolf in the area?
That happens right at the beginning when he's talking to the Queen, because she said it's a rumor there's even wolves around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because there's been wolf attacks.
Yeah, because that's why the Doctor was like, well, maybe we should travel with you to protect you. That's protection.
Yeah, he goes, why are you traveling by horse and buggy for when there's a train that goes all the way through there? She goes, tree across the tracks. He goes, accidental? She goes, at this point in time, nothing's accidental when it's around me.
Well, and then
at that point in time, Queen Victoria's, they've been multiple attempts on her life.
I think during that episode it says that at that point she had like 6 attempts on her life already.
Yeah.
So it was very common for people to be trying to kill her.
Yeah. But so they make it to the manor. They they get their welcome, and the whole time the guy that runs the manor and is welcoming them, he's trying to get the Queen to just ride on, just stay somewhere else. But she won't have it. Her husband was friends with his father, like they were like really good friends, and they were there all the time. So she was staying there. And she mentions while we're here, maybe get some clothes for our half naked
lady.
Yeah,
who's wearing like everything.
I mean, didn't she have a jacket on?
No.
Oh, okay. She had her jacket off. It was in the TARDIS then.
Yeah, she come out there, She just had her suspenders and overalls on with a shirt underneath it.
Yeah. What do you think about the way Rose dresses? What do you think of Rose?
Isn't she from the first one?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's what I thought. Yeah, I liked her in the first one. So far, I've liked her. She acts. I like her acting when it comes to it.
Yeah.
She did some other shows too.
Mm-hmm.
And she was semi-popular or kind of popular in England as a pop star. She had some music.
Yeah, I remember y'all talking about
I never got into any of her stuff, but she was.
Did you ever listen to any of it?
Yeah, I didn't care much for it.
It's not my kind of music
No.
by no means.
No.
But apparently she had some success with it. So
Yeah.
and then she started acting.
Much better at acting.
Oh, yeah.
Much better.
I don't know about her music, but I liked her acting.
It's pop music from that time. It's nothing special, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, Billy, but it's just not that. It's just not that.
I like she acts a lot like the Doctor.
Oh, yeah. Those two were just...
It's like they should have been twins because they're both giddy about the same stupid thing happening through the whole... Going to try her best to get the Queen to say something.
It's kind of like a buddy cop thing with them.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she spends basically the whole episode because she's kind of got like a bet going on with the Doctor.
10 quid.
That she can get, Queen Victoria to say, that's not very amusing.
I am not amused.
Yeah, I am not
Which
amused.
I guess is something that Queen Victoria is famous for saying. I have no idea.
Yeah,
I've only ever saw that in this.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, we're all American, so...
Yeah, it's a
No.
British history I'm vaguely familiar
Right.
with, but,
I
I'm
watch a
vaguely
lot of
familiar
British
with
stuff,
American
but
history.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like history, so I know a decent amount, but not enough to know that apparently that was something that Queen Victoria said on the regular.
Yeah, we wouldn't really know that, but apparently it is.
Yeah.
Or was a thing. So that's a running joke throughout it. She's trying to get the Queen to say that to win her 10 quid.
Yeah.
Which is 10 pounds, which is roughly about $10, right?
Nowadays, back
like
a
$12
little more,
or
maybe?
$13 U.S.
I would say in 2006 the Great British Pound or 10 quid was worth more, and in 79 when supposedly this 1879 when this episode was going on, I couldn't tell you what the
No idea.
price
No clue.
difference was in the dollar and the
But in
pound.
today's exchange, it's about a $10 bet.
Yeah.
$15 bet.
Yeah. Nowadays it fluctuates which one's worth more, so basically the same. So yeah, they're at the manor, and now's when you start. You got the scene that Jackie described where the monks show up and they've taken the manor. Nobody knows it yet except for the matrons at the manor.
Yeah, they take them and put them in the basement, and they wheel a cage in there. And they, what's in the cage? What's in the cage? And then all you see is them pull back the top, and they start screaming. You don't hear what's in the cage. You don't see what's in the cage.
Mm-hmm.
They just start screaming. Me, myself, I thought they had a tiger in the damn cage.
Close.
Well, yeah. It was an animal.
Oh yeah. So yeah, now like I said, as the viewer, we see that's going on. We still don't know what's in the cage, but we see it's going on. So, and once they get to the manor, this is when things start picking up and start happening. So this is when Rose is going through clothes to find what she can wear, and that's when she finds one of the housemaids hiding inside one of the cupboards. So she's trying to get Rose to help her. So Rose is like, don't worry, I got a friend. He can handle this stuff. Well, when they go out, naturally the maid gets abducted, and Rose gets taken, and they get taken down to the basement, and that's when you actually get to see what's in the cage.
Yep.
And you realize it's a werewolf.
Yeah, that's what they tell her, and then she starts talking to it and said, "You're not from Earth, are you?" And that's when they find out that the werewolf, I guess, bloodline or something is some kind that passed through the blood.
Well, at one point, they're reviewing some old books.
Yes,
looking
later
for
on.
information.
Yes, later on into the episode.
But you'll find, man, in most of Doctor Who, everything originates from outer space.
Yeah, it ain't nothing that come from Earth.
No. And in these early episodes, and I don't know if the wolf ties in or not, but most things are running from or trying to find a home after the Time War.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if the wolf tied into that or not.
I don't think so.
Talks about something crashing to Earth.
It was supposed to be the shooting star that landed, and it was actually that thing. Just a cell or two survived and hitchhiked into another body.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then
basically spliced into the DNA, and then
it's trying to reduplicate itself. It crashed near the monk's place, and that's why they're so loyal to it. Is because of, I guess, the religious part of it.
Yeah. So anyway, now Rose and them are all trapped down in the basement with this thing, and you've got, meanwhile, up in the house, in the manor, you've got the doctor and Queen Victoria and all them. They've sat down for dinner because the head of the household, he's supposed to be telling the famous local story of the werewolf. So he sits down and starts telling that story, and that's when the doctor starts noticing that something's up, and so does the Queen's guards, and because they all get handed, all the guards kind of stationed around the place, they get handed cups of tea that I don't know what they got in them, but it basically makes all the guards pass out. So all the Queen's guards, except for the one that's literally sitting at the table with her.
So someone in the household is
mistletoe is what it was.
I don't know if that was in the drinks or not.
Well, because if you there's a port you go to, and they're in the kitchen, and they're literally stacking up, and they're chopping the crap out before the women are. They're in there chopping it up and everything, trying to get everything ready.
Well, that basically wards off the werewolf, though.
I know it wards off, but I didn't understand why they'd be chopping it up if they wasn't, because they ward around them. I could see making a reef out of it, but they was literally chopping it up, and shoving it in the bowls and stuff. So I thought it might have been.
It may have been. It doesn't explain that, so we don't really know. We just know that whatever drink they gave them, as soon as they drunk it, they fell asleep, passed out, fell asleep, something.
That's what I took from it. I just thought it was the mistletoe that done it.
Yeah. I don't know.
The guards are eliminated.
Yeah. So basically, now the Queen just has her one defender that's with her. And also, this whole time, the Queen's been carrying around this package, and nobody knows what's in it till later on in the episode.
Yeah. Well, we got to go back just a little bit.
Okay, what?
We got to go back to where their host takes them into a room to let them see their dad's telescope that he built.
Yeah, and the doctor makes the comments that the lenses are all off. It's impossible to see anything.
It's got too many prisms and stuff in it, and he looks at Rose like, I'm being an ass, ain't I? Yeah. But it's beautiful, though.
Yeah, because, again, this, the doctor's just regenerated. So he's still learning himself and how his new, basic attitude is. So, yeah.
But, yeah, apparently the telescope would not work as an actual telescope.
Yeah, it had too many prisms in it.
Things.
Yeah. And we find out later why. Because it's not really a telescope.
No.
It just requires,
the proper lens.
Yeah. And a huge diamond.
See, we talked about that diamond in another episode.
We did. Yeah.
We did?
Yeah. You brought it up.
Well, we was talking about the heist.
I did.
Well,
we didn't talk about it on the podcast. We talked about it when we was coming up with the parameters for our heist movie podcast. Because I mentioned stealing a diamond. The biggest diamond in the world.
In actuality, it has been cut several times.
Yeah,
right?
it was the biggest diamond in the world. I don't know if it still is, but it was the biggest.
No, because remember we looked it up and found out that and it may still be, but at one time it was definitely the biggest.
Yeah, it was. Come to find out, the reason why it supposedly kept getting cut is because it didn't have the right shine to it.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to get the prism
the king
right.
was always having it recut, trying to get it just right.
Yep.
To the point it was like, what did it say on the show? It was like 40% smaller than it originally started out as.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because that thing is as big as a
figures almost half of it had been cut away.
If they had just gave me all the shavings from when they cut it down.
Oh, I'm sure they didn't dispose of them.
No.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, it's a very rich jeweler cutting that down.
Yeah, they're using a diamond to cut a diamond. That's the only thing that'll cut a diamond is another diamond.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in 3-body problem, you got those.
Well,
I think you could probably laser wires. Cut them now.
I don't know, because the laser would reflect off of it. In my head, that's what would happen to it. I mean, it either go straight through it or refract off of it.
Yeah, I don't
know.
We're not.
Someone have to check into.
No, dude, we got to know now. Can you cut a diamond with a laser?
Yeah, find out.
He'll probably say, yeah. Argon laser with such and such so many watts and this and that.
Nah, just give me a moon laser. Or a Moonraker. That's a gun from James Bond.
Yep.
The Moonraker.
Yeah, but she pulled that diamond out, and the first thing I thought in my head, we talked about that diamond.
Yeah, that's why we talked about it. That's why I learned about it.
Yep.
Diamond cutting has begun using laser technology to split diamonds. Yep, you can cut them with a laser.
They just now started doing it then.
Yeah, this is 2021, so pretty recent, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably just takes a really, really, really fine laser.
Laser and depends on the lens and everything else that goes
through
it.
Yeah.
So that's our educational portion of the show today, boys and girls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you find yourself in possession of a diamond, you can cut it with a laser.
If you happen to possess also a laser.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really.
Now you can't use one of them laser pointers. That just ain't gonna be strong enough.
If you happen to have a diamond and a laser, give us a call.
Yeah, we'll help you out.
Yeah, we'll come over and help you cut that diamond.
We will put it on YouTube and yeah.
Now that we know what the lasers can be, you can cut diamonds with lasers.
Yeah.
We'll get back to the episode.
Cool.
And then got our education in for today.
Yeah. Well, basically, we're at the point where things start happening now. Like, the monks show themselves. The gig is up.
Now, why are the monks there?
They want the queen.
Yeah, they serve the wolf.
And the wolf wants the queen.
The wolf wants the queen.
Yeah, because Rose will start talking to the werewolf downstairs, trying to figure out what it wants, and he says, "I want the queen. Just all I need is one bite, and then I can turn this world into
his
needs, world." Then
right, he wants the royal bloodline.
Because
that will lead to, it's 1879.
Aliens are always trying to take over the earth.
But this is 1879.
These are some very valuable real estate in the universe, man.
Yeah,
apparently,
because everybody wants London.
Well, I mean,
yeah, I know.
Doctor Who is British, so that's why. If this
there's so many events in London.
If this was an American show, it would be, New York, Washington D.C., or L.A. or one of them. So
nobody wants L.A.
And also back in
they can have L.A.
Yeah,
we'll give it to London. Take it. Give it to we can give it to the aliens. Wait a minute. They already have it.
Yeah, they already took it.
That's right. I said it.
But anyway, back in 1879, England was conquering everybody and everything they could get their hands on.
Yep.
So, the wolf's like, if I can just, bite the queen, then, that it's done. England's basically conquering the world at that time. So, I've got my chance at the world. So that was his plan.
So there's the premise.
Yeah, I see the flaw in this plan. It could have been done so much easier and so much quicker.
What's that?
They could have literally just took the saliva out of that dude's mouth, put it on a knife or something, and as they're serving her dinner, just accidentally prick her with it or cut her with it. Okay, we're done. We can pack up. We can leave. But,
I mean, I don't necessarily know if that's how it works in this version of a werewolf. Doctor Who's werewolf is this werewolf is very different than any other werewolf. He just needed a bite
just so he could transfer the
DNA.
The DNA.
Yeah.
So literally,
saliva technically probably would work.
Yeah, it could work.
But we're more advanced than they are back then, so we know more about DNA than they do.
Yeah.
So that's probably why.
All the wolf knows is I need to bite this person to transfer it on.
Yeah, he explains that because when they was doing the story, when during dinner time they was talking about, every 10 years, 20 years, a kid would come up missing from the village.
Yeah.
And that's how that guy, he just keeps jumping from body to body.
Yeah. That's what I said. Like, in this, the werewolf is very different. It's not like a lot of movies and TV shows we watch where when a werewolf bites you, it also turns you into a werewolf. This, when he bites, he basically transfers his being into the next body.
Yeah.
So the body he's in is now useless. So he's basically just trying to get to the queen.
Yeah, he's trying to leapfrog to her.
Well, he can get into the royal family and therefore control
the world,
England, and then from there on, eventually the world.
Yep.
Because like I said, everybody wants Earth.
Yeah. So,
as you can tell, I watched a lot of this episode.
Oh yeah,
cool, man.
I actually paid attention to this one.
Yeah, it's good. It also tells you that it's it's a good episode.
Yeah.
If it's if it's a bad one or a boring one, then you're not.
Then of course you don't.
You're not going to remember everything.
Yeah, that's the second one.
Like absolutely anything that involves.
Like I said, I could have told you
her
that of these three we gave you, the second one is the least favorite of the three.
School reunion.
But it's still, in my opinion, a really good episode.
It was a good episode.
But The Girl in the Fireplace is the best episode, the one you didn't watch. That one is.
Oh, well, I'll probably watch it when I get home.
Yeah.
It's well worth the watch, man.
Oh, yeah. It's a great episode. Anyway,
where were we? Okay, so we have the wolf in the castle.
Yeah,
we have the queen in the castle. Guards are
cage
down.
Because the sunlight's getting ready, the moonlight's getting ready to.
And of course, moonlight affects the wolf, even in this.
Yeah.
All right, now does it ever explain when the wolf's talking to Rose? He looks at her and he says, "There's something strange about you."
Oh, see, that's a tie-in to some time ago.
Yeah, back
Rose
in
has a
one.
bit of the wolf.
Bad wolf.
You'd have to watch the first season,
to
know the bad wolf reference.
Yeah,
that appears a lot.
Yeah, it literally. I mean, they make reference to bad wolf when Capaldi's the doctor.
I have seen people in Beckley with bad wolf tattoos.
Ah,
yeah. There's a few of us out there.
Yeah. Yep. Few of us understand that.
Yep. Yeah, I was wondering what was going on with it. I was like, well, yeah. I figured he just picked up on the strangeness that, she's been traveling around. And
no, there's, like I said, there's a little more to it.
Vlad Dwag.
There was a time when Rose had the power of the time vortex flowing through her, and she was the most powerful being in the whole wide universe.
Everywhere.
Yeah, the universe ain't the right word. Yeah.
And those references come back later on. You'll see them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We won't. Anyway.
Yeah, with
we're kind of leading up into some of that even in this episode.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what the wolf is talking about when he's talking about there's something about Rose.
Yeah. He said something about
something
of the sun.
She's something of the wolf about you.
Something of the wolf about you. Then you're like the sun, but I'm the one of the moon, the wolf of the moon, or something like that. And that's when the moonlight starts shining through there.
Yeah.
And Rose gets it in her head. Don't look at him. Help me. And they all grab the chain that's chained to the wall and just start jerking on it to get it pulled out of the wall to free themselves before he pops out the cage.
Yeah.
Now I do like their wolf in it. How they had their werewolf look.
Yeah.
I like the look of that.
I see. I figured that's something you wouldn't care much for.
I liked it. And now the special effects ain't that great, but the way they done it, I thought it was gonna be some goofy looking thing, but I like the way they done him.
Yeah, he's kind of a unique look for a werewolf.
Yeah.
Now there's parts of the manor that are protected from the wolf.
Yeah.
They the wolf starts chasing them through there. The captain sacrifices himself to save the queen and them. They make it into a room, and they shut the door. And I honestly thought when the doctor stuck his head to the door and was listening to see if the wolf was still outside, and then you see the wolf's head right there, the wolf was going to really punch through the door and right by his head and scare him. Then he just leaves. He goes, something about this. Then they get to looking around and see mistletoe. Has that always been there? And he's talking about his dad put it in there, and then he got up and he's looking at the varnish, and he licks the friggin' wall.
That you got to understand the doctor. The doctor licks everything. That's how the doctor knows and understands things. Like when they land on a place and he's like doesn't
remember
immediately
he's an
know,
alien.
Yeah, if he doesn't immediately know where they are, he'll get out of the TARDIS and pick up like sand or dirt or whatever and lick it. Like, oh, okay, yep, I know exactly where we are now. He done the same thing in the Tennant's first episode, the Christmas special, when he first kind of wakes up and he sees the big red button and he goes to it, and that's when they got the blood there and they're using for blood control, and he goes, blood, human blood, be positive, whatever. He goes, oh, blood control. That's just how the doctor does. He licks everything.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell is he licking the wall for? Yeah, licking the wall.
Mm-hmm. And then it comes to the conclusion it was coated with
the oil from the
mistletoe.
Mistletoe.
That's probably why they were chopping it up.
No, that was that guy's father put that mistletoe in there. But that was way back when he built the house and everything, when all that was the oil was in there. Now, the woman of the house and the servants, they make it to the kitchen. The wolf comes in there to get them, and they just huddle up in the corners like, oh, we're dead. And they just close their eyes and huddle together. They look up, and he's gone. And that's when they notice. They're like, did you bring that in here? No, ma'am, it looks like mistletoe. Then they look out the window, and they see the monks with mistletoe around them, and that's when they figure out that's what probably wards off the wolf. They said, grab all of it, all you can. If my husband's still alive, I'm going to save him. And they go to hacking and chopping and getting some stuff ready.
Yeah, and as a person who absolutely loves the show Teen Wolf, and so the second I see mistletoe, I'm just like, yep,
White
I know
ash.
what this is for. Mountain ash.
Mountain ash.
Yeah, mountain ash, mistletoe. So, yeah, that was like, for me, that was like, yep, you need some of that. You need all that you can get. But basically, so now they're trapped in this room, the kind of the study of the house. And that's when, the doctor's like, there's got to be something in here to help us. So they start grabbing books and reading.
They said, there ain't nothing in here. He said, you idiot. We're in a library. It's full of books. That's our weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The best weapon we could have. And he just starts tossing books, and they start going through them.
And that's when they, do some research, find out kind of more about the wolf, the crash landing, and that side of things. Well, while they're doing this, they're thinking, is there any other way the wolf can get in? Well, there is a big moonlight above because of the big,
Skylight.
telescope-like thing. Well, no, they're not in the room with the telescope yet, I don't think.
No.
No,
they're in the
but
library.
there's a skylight in the library, and next thing you know, the wolf comes crashing down. So they got to run again.
They run out and they make it. No, wait a minute. We're missing. We're passing up the part where the queen's in there and she's talking about she had a package and she opened it up, and that's when she brings out the diamond. And then the doctor said, "Let me see that," and she lets him see it and talk about supposed to get it cut. And that girl Rose goes, "Well, it looks perfect the way it is," and she goes, "My husband was wanting to cut it just that don't have the shine it's supposed to have." And that's when it clicks in his head what it is, Tennant's head. And the doctor goes, "I know what this is for. We need to make it to here." And that's when the wolf ends up falling through the skylight, and they take off running. They make it to that room, and the master of the house is like,
has to sacrifice itself.
yeah, he goes, "Y'all go in there and do what you need to do. I'll buy you time. You ain't got a weapon." He said, "Get in there. I'll buy you time." And the doctor looks at him, "Good man," and just walks in there, shuts the door. The guy reaches over there, grabs a sword off the wall. I would have grabbed both of them if it was me.
Yeah.
I'd be dual wielding in there.
Yep.
And he plays protector of the door.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. He pulls a Hodor.
Yep.
Well,
Hold the
you'll
door.
see, and Corey knows this, throughout Tennant's whole run, there's a lot of, almost always, there's some type of sacrifice.
Oh, yeah.
Not everybody
Makes
it out.
In fact, a lot of people don't make it.
I mean, that's just kind of being around the doctor.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But that doesn't really play with every doctor as much
No.
as it does with Tennant.
No, it's primarily Tennant. Because when Matt Smith becomes a doctor, you remember his whole big thing was nobody dies. Now, that didn't always happen, but that was his philosophy, was nobody dies. Which I guess was kind of like learning from his past Tennant
mistakes. Yeah.
self of, all these people having to sacrifice themselves,
It's not
to
that
help.
the doctor really caused them to die.
No.
That it's just the situations that the doctor gets in, especially it seems like Tennant's run, there's always that sacrifice.
We'll blame it on the TARDIS, because the TARDIS is the one that takes him there and drops him off. Probably playing off of his psyche.
So when those episodes are just, I'll say darker, somewhat darker, more sorrowful maybe,
Well, definitely, especially when you get to Silence in the Library and Forest of the
That one still
Dead.
hurts, don't it?
Yes, it does.
That cut Corey deep. You're not the only one. You're not the only one.
Yeah, it's one of those that doesn't cut you that deep the first time you see it. It's when you get to Matt Smith's run and you meet River and you get to learn River's character, and she became my favorite character. Then when you go back and rewatch her die in those two episodes, it's like, good God.
Like me with Ziva when she got killed off of NCIS. Oh, that brought tears to my eyes. I was like, oh, not my Ziva. Then Tony ends up leaving me. I was like, ah.
What about when Kate got shot in the head?
Oh, fuck Kate.
Okay, then.
Damn.
I like Kate.
Apparently not.
I liked her. But
what did you just say? What was it you said?
She wasn't no Ziva, though.
It wasn't poor Kate. It wasn't, aw, Kate.
Yeah, but at the time, Ziva wasn't there, so Kate was who you had. You didn't care much for Kate even then?
Not really. She kind of worked good with Tony, but nothing like Ziva and Tony was playing with each other.
She worked better with Gibbs.
Yeah, her and Gibbs got along pretty good. And but Ziva, like I said, I like the women who's tough, but they didn't just make tough. You could look at her and you could see it that she could be a tough person. It's not that, she's a whammon and we're going to make her tough.
They didn't beat you over the head with it. They just presented a good character.
Yep.
That could handle herself. And they didn't constantly say, here's a woman and she can do this and she is great and she is amazing. Yeah, they showed you what she could do.
Yeah, and she's a badass too.
Absolutely. Ziva was awesome.
Yeah, always carry that knife around with her. Like
but
me.
That's the difference between good writing and sucky writing.
Yep.
A good writer can nuance it in and show it to you without spelling it out. Yeah. And it's like the hack writers they got now just don't know how to do that.
It's like Rose's character. You can see that she can be tough and everything. I don't know if she's going to be Ziva tough, but you can see that she's tough and everything.
Dude, she's the bad wolf.
And
she's Blood Dog.
Yeah, exactly.
She's bad wolf.
Yeah, she's like I said, she's
has
tough.
The wolf about her.
But she's got the comedic relief to go with it. Because her and Tennant are just fucking little school kids when they get in there and they start talking about it. They're like, oh my God, the wolf. I know.
No,
I was like, what the hell?
That's some of they get giddy even.
Yeah.
It gets you excited to sit there and watch it.
But like I said, now that you've seen that, you gotta watch Girl in the Fireplace. But then you gotta go to the ones I other episodes told you about when it's Tennant and Catherine Tate, because that takes comedy to a whole nother level. And they also have the same, like, they're like, the Doctor and Rose, the Rose loves the Doctor. The Doctor and Catherine Tate's character
love each other.
They're like best friends.
Oh.
Yeah, there's no love there.
And Donna will put him in his place quick.
Yes. Donna always.
Is that the one in the second, the one we're going to talk about after this one?
No.
Okay.
No, this is a whole nother, this is season 4.
Different. Okay, this is a different person.
Yeah, Donna is all the time also, too. If the Doctor gets rambling or just saying something stupid, Donna will just slap the crap out of him. And he's like, well, what did I do this time? So, yeah, Donna's quick to put him in his place. It's hilarious.
Yeah. Now, anytime you can get two characters that play good with each other and they just bounce off each other, it makes no matter how bad the writing is, it's fun to watch.
That is a big part of Tennant and Billy Piper. They just play so well together. They got great chemistry together.
Oh, they do. I mean, and that's why most people's favorite companion is Billy Piper.
But jumping to your favorite, you also get that a lot with, and I'm not going with Clara, with
Matt Smith
and Karen Gillan.
Yeah, and Karen Gillan.
They get great chemistry together.
Oh yeah.
But where were we? Oh, we're in the room
where they're the guys standing watch at the door. They're inserting the diamond. They're trying to get it angled up to where they could put the light through the
moonlight.
Mm-hmm. Moonlight through the telescope. And it's like we're going to want to power it up. And Rose goes, "How? There's no power here." And he just looks at her, and she looks up and sees the moonlight. Oh, moonlight.
Yeah, it's basically what they're taking the moonlight, which is what gives the werewolf his strength, but they're multiplying it by thousands and thousands,
and
basically
super concentrating it.
Right, basically turning it into an overload, too much.
Yeah. Now he breaks through the door, and there's a part I must have missed because how does the queen get a scratch or a bite?
She says it's from the door. When the door busts open, she said a splinter of wood must have scratched her. Now, was the queen bitten? We don't know.
She wasn't bit, but she was scratched by the wolf.
She never says that, but it's definitely implied heavily.
Yeah.
Because she snatches back. She won't let the doctor look at the wound.
Yeah, and then when she starts talking after that, that's when it sounded a little suspicious to me. Y'all are not of this place. Y'all are into magic, this and that. I don't want you around my...
Well, now remember, before all that, she rewards them.
Yeah.
Yeah, she knights them. That's something you got to remember.
Yeah, that's right. The doctor is a knight of the realm, isn't he?
Yeah, the doctor is a knighted, he's knighted.
That's right. Let's not forget that.
Yeah, I missed that part.
Probably been knighted several times.
That's the very end of the episode.
We don't know that.
Oh.
Yeah.
I must have missed that part because I know they're talking to each other, and it's just the way she's acting. Now I want you off of you off of my planet.
She sees him. Well, now she's just a mortal woman at this point. She doesn't know anything more than this guy and this woman. They're definitely not from here, and they're into things that could be dangerous. And she's all about protecting her country and her people.
Yeah, but just the way she words things makes me think that the wolf was talking to her.
Not by that point, because remember he said there's just if it was even a single cell, it could take 100 years to manifest itself.
Yeah, but it still seemed like she was. Granted, she was going off. I can change my voice. He can change his voice and everything. But how he's a magic from different worlds playing through time? Because granted, they talk a little bit, but not enough to get all that out of it.
Well, she's very smart. The queen is just really, she picks up on things. She's had to be to survive. It talks about how many times people have tried to assassinate her.
They've been trying to kill me 6 times already. Do you honestly think I'm not prepared?
There's another good example of showing a very strong female character without beating you over the head with it.
Yeah, she reaches into that purse and pulls out the gun.
She has survived as long as she has as the queen without a husband, because her husband's dead. Because she's just really smart, and she picks up on enough of them to know, in her mind anyway, they could be a threat. Not like they're going to try and take over, but just their presence is dangerous for the people around them.
Yeah, it could bring others to them.
So she tells them she banished him from the whole planet.
Yeah, basically.
So they get a ride back to the Tartarus, and they're sitting there talking. Do you honestly think she was bitten? I don't know. If she was, it'd just be a little single cell, and but in the future, they are very private about their lives. They do love to hunt, and they like to control everything and this and that. So, and they're anemic, and none of the other one was anemic until her. And you think that it's part of where they passed that she bit her kid and passed it on.
Passes through the blood.
Yep.
So,
yeah, it started with her.
The royal family may have a bit of wolf in them.
Yep. And then they look at each other. They're werewolves. And they're, like, again, all giddy like little kids.
Yep. Now, did you catch what the queen was talking about? And you'll know what I'm talking about here. But did you catch what the queen was talking about at Torchwood House?
He's not going to understand that at all.
No.
Well, this episode right here sets the groundwork for a lot of stuff that comes up later. Victoria, right?
Yeah, Queen
Victoria started right then
the Torchwood Institute.
An institute to protect the country and the planet against, I can't remember how Torchwood puts it, but anyway, unusual threats, mostly having to do with the doctor.
Yeah.
Now, bouncing to the next episode. Is Torchwood brought up in it?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, because he's trying to get into the
Torchwood Files and stuff. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's because you mentioned Torchwood. I was like, the house, and then next thing I know, I remember seeing something about Torchwood.
Yeah, we've got to get into Torchwood eventually.
The whole
spinoff, which is
the whole crux of this episode. They're at the Torchwood Manor, the Torchwood Estate.
Right.
Yeah, so she names that the Torchwood Institute, and said that, and even played a role before this. This, in the Christmas special, 2 episodes before this, Tennant's first episode, Torchwood fires the laser that blows up the aliens that he had just sent away from here.
Yeah.
That makes him very unhappy.
Yeah, so there's little things I picked up. Now, this next episode we're going into, I watched, but there's some of it I kind of got sidetracked. Because like I said, I was trying to do other things while I was trying to watch it.
See, you mentioned, when we were just talking, you mentioned, was that the woman that's in the next episode? And I'm surprised you didn't, I don't know how much of their classic series you watched.
It was the old Doctor.
Well, yeah, this would be.
Yeah,
But we'll get into that because are we going to swap over now? Head into school reunion?
Yeah, we're getting ready to go into school reunion.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, then. Moving on to our second episode of the pod. School reunion came directly after Tooth and Claw.
Yeah, and it started a little weird for me because it didn't start out in the TARDIS or nothing. It just...
No, a lot of times it don't.
Yeah.
I kind of wish it did because I was like, what the hell's going on? And it took me a few minutes of watching it to figure out what was going on.
At this point, Rose is already posing as the lunch lady, right?
Yeah, Rose is...
So they've already...
You got the doctor who's playing a teacher, Rose who's playing as the lunch lady, and then she's talking... Tennant goes, well, blame your boyfriend or something for that. And then you see, I guess the guy she was
Mickey.
dating.
Yeah, Mickey.
Yeah. How he got a hold of her to let her know what was going on, I have no freaking clue.
She's got a cell phone.
Yeah, they can call through by time and space.
Yeah, and the doctor used his sonic screwdriver to make it long distance.
Really long distance.
So Mickey and her mom, Jackie.
Yes, Jackie.
Can literally call her from anywhere in time. And they pick up the phone and call her wherever she's at. They can talk to her.
Yeah, because I remember she brought up her mom. Because look at that diamond. Good thing my mom's not here. She'd fight the werewolf for it.
No, so
and the doctor goes, she'd win too.
Yeah, Jackie's voracious, man.
Yeah, she puts the doctor in his place all the time too. Like she just, yeah.
Yeah, there wasn't no real setup for the episode that was going on.
Yeah, it kind of jumps in and they're already into their disguises.
It starts off with you see the guy that plays person that trains the Slayer from Buffy walking down the hall.
He's the principal of the school.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And there's this little kid sitting there, and he goes, "What are you doing out here?" The nurse sent me here. I had a headache in class and sent me to see the nurse. Sent me to see the nurse. I said, "Well, then go home." "Can't, sir. Don't. I live at such and such." "Oh, so you live in an orphanage. So you have nobody that can see you. They'll miss you." Poor little skinny child.
Yeah.
Here, come into my office.
Mm-hmm.
Walks into the office, and then you just hear a bunch of screaming, and I think he ate the kid.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, well, this is how we're going to start off.
So right away, I mean, you know something's going on there, and then, you know, you kind of figure, well, they're there investigating something, because that's what he's like an intergalactic detective.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
He walks into the classroom, and we're going to talk about this, and then he started asking questions. This boy just rattling off answers. I was like, damn, this kid's smart. Well, there's a reason for him being so damn smart.
Yeah. Yeah, he's not normally that smart.
And Rose gets to be the lunch lady.
Yeah.
Yeah, she starts eating those chips.
Yeah, she wasn't too happy about that lunch lady shit.
No. Looks cute in a little hat, though.
Yeah. The rest of the uniform didn't make it look good, but
in pretty short order, and I don't know how long it is into it, you meet Sarah Jane.
Yeah,
who's
Sarah Jane
also
Smith.
there undercover. She's there as a reporter.
Sort of, yeah.
Well, she's there because, you know, she can tell, too, that there's something going on at that school of a unnatural nature.
yeah, well, Rose and the doctor's talking in the lunchroom, and that's when they reference her boyfriend, and they talk to him on the phone, and he's talking about how the reason why he called them because they supposedly aliens that was flying around down there and then disappeared, and all of a sudden this school has all these brilliant kids in it.
Mm-hmm.
Super smart. The principal come in and redone the lunch menus and stuff like that, and that's when the other companion comes in, and she's interviewing that guy, and he's talking about, you know, how he's redone this and that, and that woman goes, well, might be working a little too hard, but since the progress you're getting, we can overlook that. And starts talking to the rest of the staff, and then runs into Tennant, the doctor.
Now, for most people who are classic Who fans, especially Tom Baker, I knew instantly who Sarah Jane was when it showed her.
Yeah.
I knew right away who she was. Of course,
I did not.
No. Well, anybody with the new Who wouldn't, which is kind of cool.
I recognized her. I just didn't know what off of.
Well, God, how long's it been since you watched the, years ago?
I was in grade school when I was watching those.
But you recognized her.
I recognized
you knew her
her
from something.
Yeah.
Well, did you notice when the doctor saw her?
Oh, he was excited. He had a big old grin on his face. Yeah. Yeah, I thought he was going to tell her who he was right then and there.
No, I don't think he would have told her.
No.
Except he had to later on.
Yeah, when she went into the cupboard and found the TARDIS hiding.
Mm-hmm. And then for the ones of us who knew, we knew that point was coming when she was going to know.
Yeah.
So that was great. That was throwback to classic Who.
And I'm assuming that's why you love this episode so much.
Oh, absolutely, man. Yeah, for sure. Sarah Jane was one of the best original companions. She was with the Third Doctor and the Fourth Doctor.
Yeah. We skip past when they're in the when Rose is in the mess hall basically.
Yeah, that's what I was getting ready to.
And they spill the vat.
Yeah, this is what got me.
Or something.
It was they look like they got hazmat outfits on.
Yeah, to handle what
in
should
the kitchen
be food.
Stuff. Yeah, I'm like, what in the world? Don't spill a drop. Don't spill a drop. Easy. I told you easy over there. And all of a sudden it dumps on that one woman. She starts screaming bloody murder. They run back into a little room. Rose is looking. They drop the shade. And then she picks up the phone, going to call an ambulance. And that one goes, what are you doing? I said, I'm going to call an ambulance. She's all right. The next thing you know, your big old flash of light, somebody screaming. She goes, she does that.
Yeah. Like, what?
That's normal. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's all right.
Yeah, she does that.
Forget about it.
Then we cut to like the computer room where all the kids got the headphones on.
The little brainiacs.
Yeah, looking at the screen. It's like green with weird text, and they're typing it, 1,000 words a minute. And it's just like, wait a minute, what's going on here? So, yeah, and then basically all that leads up to you get to see Sarah Jane talking to the principal. And, like I said, I guess she's like a reporter or something.
Yeah, she's an investigative reporter.
Yeah. Talking about, the transformation that he's brought about with the school and, going down that route, even though really she's there to investigate.
She's trying to figure out what's going on.
Right.
Exactly.
Because
she's seen all the lights, too.
Well, she's seen a lot of things, and she knows that something here is more than normal. I mean, from all her years traveling with the doctor.
Yep.
And she basically, traveled with the doctor enough that she comes up with the same plan the doctor does, which is wait till night, come back, and investigate.
Very similar, if you think about it, to what happened with Donna.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Donna.
When time with the doctor changes you.
Yeah.
If you manage to survive.
Yeah.
If you don't end up a casualty.
Yeah, Donna was literally with the doctor for one short Christmas special.
Little adventure.
But that adventure was enough that, she went tracking the doctor down.
It inspired her.
And to track the doctor down, all you got to do is follow the weirdness that happens. He'll be around somewhere. And like I said, that's what I said, that first episode of season 4, when he's outside of the window, and she's outside
with
of
Donna,
and she's outside of the door looking through, and they see each other, and they're having this whole like back and forth. It's so funny, and then you cut to the bad woman's in there, and she's just looking at both of them like, "Am I interrupting you?" It's like, well, yeah, you are interrupting them. Shut up. This is funny. That was great. But anyway, back to school reunion. They decide to come back that night, and that's when the doctor and her meet for the second time. And at this point, she's seen the TARDIS.
So she knows.
So she knows who it is. And, yeah, so for Jamie, that was like the highlight of the episode.
Oh, absolutely. And it gets mentioned in this one, too, but the doctor kind of just, like, left her.
Oh, yeah.
He parked one time, and he just never went back to get her.
And she's like, why didn't you come get me? I thought you was dead. He said, because they died. Who died? Everybody. But you never come back and get me. I was waiting for you. And it was years that she was waiting.
Yeah. Well, how do you go back to normal after
Yeah.
you've done what they did? You know, traveled and saw what she saw.
Yeah.
Which makes for some interesting conversation between her and Rose later.
Yeah.
Yeah, now that's hilarious.
Yep.
That's some of oh my mind just went.
I think Moffat wrote this one, didn't he?
Did he write? No, School Reunion was written by somebody completely different.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it wasn't Moffat or Russell T Davies.
Oh, shocking.
Yeah, it was somebody else.
Couldn't have been Chibnall. There's no way.
It wasn't. He wasn't even around at this point.
Okay.
No, it's somebody I don't necessarily exactly know the name.
But I don't know at what point through the episode that K9 makes his return. But I know you recognize K9.
Yeah, what they was doing is they went to the kitchen to get a sample of the oil. And go, well, he's like, I need to hurry up and get back to the TARDIS and examine it. She goes, I've got something better. And she brings him out to the car and uncovers it. And then
K9.
Yeah, why didn't you fix him? Well, the parts and stuff. And besides, the technology in him would revolutionize things nowadays. I mean, just how advanced he was.
Yeah. The episode was written by Toby Whithouse.
Don't know the name at all.
Yeah.
Well, he done a great job.
Yeah. But, when you see K9, that's like, oh, K9. Which, I mean, again, when I first saw it, you
didn't know what K9
recognize
was.
Yeah. But, rewatching it, understanding the history, it's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah. K9 is very, very big part of Tom Baker's run.
Yeah. Well, we skipped past Rose's boyfriend that was in there trying to help him find stuff.
Mickey.
He opens up a closet and a bunch of mice fall
dead
out
mice.
on vacuum-sealed mice.
Yeah, they're
And
like
that's
freeze-dried or something.
Yeah, that's when Rose and the other companion, they kind of let their fangs and teeth pull out of themselves, and they're going back and forth at each other.
Jealousy over the doctor.
It is a school, they do dissect mice and stuff like that. And then Rose goes, no, we don't. Maybe back in the dark ages y'all did, but we haven't done that in years.
Oh, yeah. I love when Mickey's like, looks at the doctor like, oh, the missus and the X.
Yeah.
Every man's worst nightmare. So, yeah. This is.
And then they turn it around on the doctor and they start making fun of him.
Oh, yeah.
Does he still do this? Yeah.
Does he still talk? Does he still talk to the TARDIS?
No, he still rub
Yeah,
parts of the TARDIS.
It's like, do you want to be alone?
Yeah. Do you want us to leave you alone?
Hey, what happened with a man in his car? You don't mess with.
Well, yeah, but most men ain't beating with a friggin' hammer either.
I don't know.
Happens.
Well, yeah, Dad. That was his world's worst thing. He started working on something, couldn't fix it. He'd beat it with a hammer, then he knowed he couldn't fix it, so he had to go out and buy the right part. Because as long as in his head he thought he could fix it, he was fixing it. And it'd drive him crazy.
And at this point, we saw that the principal and a lot of the teachers are actually winged, winged
bats.
creatures. So, yeah, you've got the doctor is working on K9.
They go to a little soda shop or something.
Yeah, like a little cafe kind of deal.
Yep. And then the principal and one of the winged bats follow him over there and are watching and spying on them. And
that's when the doctor notices them when they get back outside, and that's when he kind of realizes.
Well, they got K9 back up and running.
Yeah.
And he analyzed the secret grease or oil or whatever they was using to make the chips in.
Mm-hmm.
And he tells them what it is, and he's like, "Oh my God!" And they, I guess, I call them like the Borg. They assimilate the best parts of other races and stuff into them.
Yeah, they could like copy. Something like that.
Yeah,
I can't remember how they put it, but yeah, basically. They just take the best of, because the doctor makes a mention. He says, well, the last time I encountered you guys, you didn't have wings.
Yeah, you was, they was tall, had long necks.
Yeah.
Didn't have wings.
So they change with whatever race they come across and absorb or whatever.
Yeah, they
Krillane.
prefer.
They're Krillane, that's what they're called, I believe.
Yeah, they prefer the human form as their default. And the doctor's talking to the principal in, I guess it was the pool area or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And he's talking about, Time Lords and all that. He said, by the time we are done, you will join us willingly. The next time we meet, you will join us willingly. And the doctor said, nope. And they end up splitting off from each other. Then the next day, they're like, it's time to put our plan into effect. They bring all the children back inside and start laying out their master plan.
Yeah, this episode is also when Mickey finally realizes that he's no different than the tin dog.
Yeah, the doctor just lets Rose keep him like a pet in the doctor's eyes, you know.
That's what he is in my eyes, too.
You know, he don't want to keep Mickey around.
That's how I feel about basically every companion that travels with the doctor that ends up bringing somebody else with them. It's like, good, you brought your pet. That's how I felt about Rory for the longest time, but eventually he grew on me, so. And it got to the point at the end of that with you can't have Amy without Rory.
No.
So, yeah. Anyway, back to school reunion. You know, like Jackie said, they have the doctor and the principal have their meeting at the pool.
And the doctor hands his, I can't remember the other woman's name, so I'll call her Companion 1. Sarah Jane, the sonic screwdriver, and tells her, need you to go into the computer lab and get me some of the parts out of there. And they run in there, and she's trying to use it, and she can't get it to work. She's like, it usually works the first try. And Rose grabs it and throws her little couple digs into her, and she starts doing stuff. Then they start getting real catty with each other. Mm-hmm. And that's when they go, I've been through more than you, and I've seen this. I've seen the Loch Ness Monster.
Really?
Yeah. And then they just start laughing at each other.
Yeah. And that's when they start doing did he do that thing where he explained something at like 90 miles an hour?
And you don't understand nothing, and he's looking at you like you got drool coming out.
Like you just dribbled on your shirt.
Yep.
Does he still stroke the bits of the TARDIS? Yeah, it's just.
And that's when Mickey makes his Mickey makes the comment before that.
Yeah, that I said earlier.
Yeah.
The Mrs. and the X.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, while all this is going on, Mickey is stuck out in the car with K9.
Well, the 10 dogs are together.
Exactly. Yep. That's when Mickey comes to realization.
Mickey gets a bad rap, man.
Yeah, Mickey goes out there and he says,
I don't care about Mickey.
Stay out in the car and do surveillance with the 10 dog.
Yeah.
Oh, so I'm just considered a 10 dog. Make sure you roll down the window. He goes, he's a 10 dog. He said, I know, but for you.
Yeah. So,
if you watch The Girl in the Fireplace, you'll catch another remark he throws at Mickey that's funny.
Oh, yeah.
I'll just wait till you see it. It's just a one-liner, man, but you'll know it when you hear it, and let you know he just takes Mickey along, to keep Rose occupied. That's the only reason.
Yeah, Rose didn't really want him.
Not really.
No.
Yeah,
and Mickey picks that up later on, and you'll see.
Yeah, in later episodes, he realizes his place, and he.
But I mean, he does redeem. He plays a vital role later on.
He does, but not that vital. I'm not a big fan of Mickey. I don't mind him, but.
Oh, Mickey, you're so fine. You're so fine. Every time I hear that name, that's a song pops up in my head.
Mm. Then also, while Mickey's out with the 10 dog, and after the doctor and the principal have their kind of meeting, the principal goes to the staff room, and him and the teachers that are the Krillane basically wipe out the rest of the teachers. So that all the actual teachers that were left, they're not teachers anymore.
Yeah, then they have the kids get on computers, and they're doing their super mind Jedi stuff.
Yeah,
with
what
computers.
The plan from the start was they're trying to crack the code to the universe.
Yeah.
Apparently the universe has like a base code, and they're trying to crack it.
And they're using the kids as a bunch of supercomputers.
Mm-hmm.
And they said, well, why don't you just use adults? He said, because you can't use just adults. You need the imagination that a kid has.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That factor that could imagine, what if I did this, or what if I done that? And that's what would help crack it. Then you got one kid who doesn't get into the computers and stuff. He's the first smart kid that, the doctor ran into, and he's running around, and he gets to the door. He sees he's locked in. He's beating on the door. Mickey sees it, and he runs over there. He says, hold on, I got something. He runs back. All right, dog, we need something.
Yeah.
We need to get into the school. We're in the car. I know. We need something to get to. We're in the car. I know. And then he catches on. It's like, oh, we're in the car. Hey, kid, watch out.
Yeah, just finally gets smart and just drives right through the door.
We're in a car.
Yeah.
It's like, really, Mickey?
So apparently the dog is way smarter than Mickey.
Yes.
Yes, Mickey's not K9. He's a 10 dog, but he's not K9.
Yeah.
He's like K2.
He's a human version of the metal dog.
10 dog, not metal dog. 10 dog.
The 10 dog. Then they get inside there, and I kind of missed from that part up to where stuff starts exploding.
Well,
Basically, the doctor and the principal have another conversation, and the principal's basically, basically telling the doctor, with us you could stand tall again, like Time Lords of old. And then he's got Sarah Jane and them behind him, like, don't listen to him. And obviously the whole time the doctor's never joining them.
no. He's just maneuvering them into position is all he's doing.
Yep.
Yeah. So they have their whole conversation, and then all of a sudden Mickey comes busting through in the car, and that's when all the Krillane turn into their winged cells and start attacking.
See, I missed all that.
Yeah, that's you basically just missed the last 10 minutes of the episode then.
Yeah, I missed that part. I got up to where I guess they done got the battle going. They freed the kids from the computer. They're all running out of the school, and it explodes. The dog does something.
He self-destructs.
And
he overloads his laser, right?
Yeah, but before that the K9 is blasting them with lasers, basically keeping them at bay while they kind of set up the vat and get everything ready. And then he gets down to where K9's like, I've only got enough power for one more shot, so I've got to be lined up the right spot. So basically, he sacrifices himself because, like we said earlier, with David Tennant as the doctor, almost every episode somebody's sacrificing themselves for the greater good.
True.
So basically, the doctor and Sarah Jane and all them, they run out and they seal the doors. And when all the principal and teachers come in and see the dog, they basically make some comments, the principal does, and then the dog shoots the vat, and the principal basically like, bat dog, and then everything blows up.
Yep.
And K9 is partially destroyed, but not far enough gone that the doctor can't rebuild him and upgrade him, so that when he offers Sarah Jane to travel with him and Rose, she declines, but Mickey takes up the offer, much to Rose's chagrin.
Yeah, she was not happy at all. I don't blame her.
No. Like I said, now she's in the position of the current and the ex.
Yeah.
So, yeah, she's... Yeah, which,
But Mickey's slowly catching on. He sees what his role is.
Oh, yeah. And he doesn't travel with them long.
He's about to take the out.
Yeah.
On his own accord.
Yeah. I think he
He doesn't like
Doesn't die.
meet the big fate.
Yeah.
No.
At least maybe not yet.
Well,
Don't
did
know.
he meet the big fate or not?
Little shade of something maybe. Was it Mickey? Was it Ricky?
Yeah, we don't know. Mickey may have died. It may be Ricky now.
You have no idea what we're talking about. You'll see.
I thought we might be talking about the plastic man that took him over in the very first episode.
No.
No, it's completely different. Basically,
But we'll probably get to that one eventually.
We've ended this episode, so we can kind of...
Yeah, we have.
We can jump around now.
Yeah.
So, basically, the next episode is The Girl in the Fireplace, probably our favorite one-off episode. But then, the episodes after that, that's when you get into Rise of the Cybermen. And that's when, somehow or another, the TARDIS ends up jumping into a alternate timeline. So they're in a parallel universe, which the TARDIS is not supposed to go into. And in this parallel universe, Rose isn't there because
she was never born.
She was never born. Her dad is still alive in this one. He's not dead, but her dad had actually accomplished his goals and became like rich and stuff. So basically, him and her mom, they have like a dog that's named Rose.
Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah,
you hear Jackie holler for Rose, and you expect to see Rose, and then you see this little dog, and Rose looks at it. They named the dog Rose.
Yeah. But anyway, in that parallel universe,
we're jumping way just crazy.
Mickey is named Ricky, so you end up with Mickey and Ricky, and they're identical. And it gets to a scene where they're off by themselves down an alleyway, running away from the Cybermen, and one of them dies. But you don't see which one. All you know is that, and they act very different. So, the way they act, you can tell the difference between Ricky and Mickey.
But after that happened, man, Mickey was always just tougher than he was to begin with.
He still had the same, he talked like Mickey, but his attitude was a little more like Ricky. So I've always wondered, from the second I watched that episode, they want you to believe that Mickey's the one that survived and Ricky died.
No, they fix it so you don't really know. You
never
decide. See. It's always left up. Which one do you think?
I think Mickey died.
Nah, Mickey lived. Ricky died.
I think Mickey died, and Ricky liked Mickey, so Ricky was like, I'm going to act more like Mickey.
Well, I mean, Mickey really didn't have anything left back on our Earth.
No.
So
he didn't. And at the end of that episode, that's a two-part episode. At the end of the second part of that episode, Mickey decides to stay in that alternate timeline, not to go back into his regular one, because the girl he's
his grand's dead,
been after his whole life is like with the doctor. He knows he has no chance with her.
Yeah.
So he's like, and here his grandma is alive still, so he's basically staying with her.
So it's always left up to decide which one do you think what it is.
Yeah, and I think it was Ricky, but it could have been Mickey. Either way, it's really the same person, just,
Yeah, well, I mean, that's just some good writing there. They just threw something at you. You decide what you think, because we're never going to give you the right answer.
Exactly.
No. And again, I didn't.
That's good Doctor Who when they don't give you every single answer. You know where I'm going.
Yeah. You got to leave a lot of stuff unanswered with Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Because if you start answering too many questions, it creates
the whole thing.
It kind of falls apart. Yeah.
It creates holes in other stuff where it's like, we can't know the answer to that, because by knowing the answer, if it doesn't exactly make everything tie together, it's going to make everything fall apart.
So what you checked out was 2 of the best episodes.
Yeah, and if you would have made it to the third one, Girl in the Fireplace. Yeah, that's like, it's just it takes a lot to get better than that. It does. There's certain parts of Doctor Who that are better than that, but they're like big build up 2 and 3 part episodes.
But those 3 in a row were great, man. Just very good.
Yeah, I'll try the next one out probably tonight.
You like it. I really feel you'll like that one.
If you enjoy Tooth and Claw, you will definitely enjoy the Girl in the Fireplace.
Yeah, I definitely enjoy Tooth and Claw,
because it's very similar, kind of in the same vein of history and.
See, and there's another instance where they give you a what if, because we're never really going to give you the answer. You decide whether you think there's a little bit of wolf blood in the royal family or not.
Yeah, by the end of it,
I decide on the side of yes, there is.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's what the Doctor and Rose decided at the end of it.
And they tease that a lot. They do that with a lot of different things throughout this show. The face of Bo. We'll leave it there because we'll get into that one eventually.
Yep.
Is it? Maybe. Yeah. Kind of seems that way.
Yeah. Seems like it is, but you don't know for sure. So, yeah. Good old Captain Jack.
I definitely say I like this a whole lot better than I did the very first 2 episodes of season 1 I watched.
The very first jump with Eccleston is I said before, it's a hard watch if you got to get past that one. You got to get past that one.
Basically, and I've already said this, so
he didn't like the very first.
It's just for me to repeat myself. The whole first season with Eccleston is way better after you've watched all of Doctor Who. And when I say all, basically after you've watched Tennant and Matt Smith, and you kind of understand all the lore and you know everything Doctor Who wise, then when you go back and rewatch Eccleston's run, it's way better. Mm-hmm. But for the first time watching the whole season, it's kind of, it's all right, but it's not amazing, because there's so many references that if you're brand new to Who, like I was at the time, didn't understand.
If you keep watching and you keep liking it, watch David Tennant's whole run, watch Matt Smith's run, then go back and rewatch Eccleston. And like he said, you'll see it completely differently.
Might try that.
Yeah, and just completely skip Capaldi and the person that came after Capaldi.
The Abomination.
Say it.
Yeah,
what's
her
the Doctor's name?
Say her name. I don't hate her as much as he does, so Jamie's the one that needs to say it.
What her? What are you talking about?
Exactly.
Exactly.
What's her name?
She doesn't exist.
Good
Jodie
God.
Whittaker.
Good God. There you go. There you go.
Not the doctor. Doctor, not the doctor.
Dr. Donna.
I would have rather had Dr. Donna.
Dr. Donna was
By
Dr.
far.
Donna was amazing. The Dr. Donna. Oh yeah, you don't understand that reference either, but yeah, the Dr. Donna. There's basically right almost at the end of Tennant's Run. There's a episode where you get all of his companions, because Tennant had multiple companions. You get Rose, you get Martha, and you get Donna all together. And Donna ends up basically becoming a Time Lord for a very short period of time. So she becomes the Dr. Donna.
Wouldn't mind watching that one.
It's a good episode.
But you kind of got to build up to it.
Yeah.
That's the thing with Davies. He stretches his story out through the whole season.
Although he still don't do it as much as
Moffat?
Yeah, Moffat. You see with Moffat and Matt Smith, everything is just leading to something else.
Mm-hmm.
At least with Tennant and Russell Davies, you get a few one-off
You get
episodes.
some one-offs, yeah.
The episodes
School
we
reunion,
just done.
complete one-off.
Yeah, Tooth and Claw one-off, School Reunion one-off. Like, you learn stuff in those episodes that play into other stuff, but the episodes themselves are one-offs. Go on the Fireplace, one-off.
Moffat's whole thing is kind of strung together. So
when you get to Stephen Moffat
different.
and Matt Smith as the Doctor, every episode except for probably the very first one. Well, no, even the very first one ties into everything because that's got the crack in the universe.
Mm-hmm.
So everything means something for the next episode with Matt Smith and Stephen Moffat. That's the only reason I ain't recommended any of his episodes to you, because he's my favorite Doctor. But you can't just watch one of his episodes. You got to watch them all. You can maybe watch the very first one. And other than that, any other episode I recommend to you, you got to watch other episodes to understand it. So, yeah. But there it is. We wrote down 2 episodes. And, we may do this again sooner or later. I don't know.
Don't know.
Yeah, it's...
Like I said, especially me and Jamie, we love Doctor Who. The new old Who. So,
the new old Who.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much, man. It's done become the old Who, and the old Who is like classic Who. So
Yeah. Because now
there's a lot of Who out there.
Yeah, now when you say new Who, because they did do, a complete kind of like redo on this new Who with.
Oh, a big redo.
Well, what I mean is it's literally, when you look it up, it's not considered like season.
It starts episode 1, season 1.
Yeah, this is a brand new
It's
season.
a Disney Who.
Yeah, basically it is.
That tell you
And like as of right now, I'm not hating it. As of right now, it's better
It's
than
not
what
horrible
when what
than what
Doctor
I've
Who
seen.
was with. Yeah,
It's a show I'd watch if I wasn't trying to tie it into Doctor Who. It's Disney something.
If it was called anything else, you would have watched it.
Probably,
and
yeah.
wouldn't have to-
It'd been,
Yeah, it's like that Abomination Doom 2. But anyways.
right, exactly. Because I'm not deep into the books like you are, so I can watch the movies and go, "Wow, that's pretty cool."
Have you
And
not watched Doom 2 yet?
Not yet.
it's on Max.
It's on Max.
I know, man, but y'all guys done told me so much about it that I don't know that I want to.
Oh,
I'm going to.
Yeah,
You're
I'm
not
going
so
to.
much into the books. Like,
I
me
really like
personally,
first movie. I probably like second one too.
Me personally, I'm real hard into the books.
Oh, I know.
I've listened to it. I couldn't tell you how many. I've read it 4 or 5 times.
How many cussing rants did he go into
Oh,
on the
yeah.
way home?
Oh, that was the worst ride. My ears were just ringing. He was screaming and yelling, and God, it was.
Yeah, it was. Like I said, if I wouldn't have been with somebody else and rode over to them, I'd have walked out of that movie theater. I'd have not finished watching it because you have 21 hours worth of book if you listen to the audiobook.
Gotcha.
You mean to tell me you couldn't come up with 2.5 hours worth of material that you didn't have to rewrite the whole freaking book for?
You got to write it for a new audience. It's a new time.
Fuck that new audience. Sorry, people.
Jackie, it's not made for you.
I don't care. They made me mad. Because I was the first one.
Ain't that the line they hit you with when you don't agree with something?
Yep.
It's not made for you.
That the first one kind of stayed close to the book. I mean, they changed things because they had to move it at a certain pace. I was fine with that, and I enjoyed it. They just took a bat to the second one and just beat the shit out of it. And
See, I
then
gotta
tried
watch
to put
this
it back together.
because I've
Yeah, you do need
listened
to
to the
watch it.
audiobook, so I mean I'm familiar with the original story. I'm gonna have to watch this and see just how bad it went off the rails.
I can honestly tell you that I have listened to Dune more than 40 times.
I don't doubt that a
Easy.
bit.
Easy, over 40 times. Because it come out on, this is before I got Audible. It come out on YouTube, and I had downloaded it off of there and was listening to it on my iPod while I was steam cleaning and stuff. And once it was over, I'd click it back over and I'd start listening to it again. But it just, I wanted to love it. Now, like I said, if you don't know nothing about the books, you'll watch it and you'll love it. The graphics are amazing. The acting's amazing. The set designs, everything is spot on. Except when it comes for it being part of the book. It
Yeah,
wasn't-
we've had this conversation before. Everybody
Yeah.
knows.
Yeah. I still bring it up.
I just wish I could have heard the rant, which I kind of did the next day.
Oh, yeah. I wanted to strangle that bastard for making that movie. But, let me get in. Did you listen to any more of 90 Degrees South last night?
I did.
Did you
Well,
listen to it
last
all?
night, this morning.
Listen to it all, or
Not yet, man. I'm having to go at it really slow because every time I get started, I got to stop.
where you at now in it?
Let me see. The Bumbles have attacked. That's right. I said the Bumbles. The
Yep.
Bumbles have attacked. I found out that the psychiatrist can read minds,
Yep.
and something happened out on the ice because Franklin the Demon picked up on it from the marshal's smell.
All right. So you're almost into what I consider season 3.
Mm-hmm. Knocking on door, yeah.
Yeah, you knocking right on the door of it. You'll
So-
notice that Franklin, where he said, it upsets the balance, and when you're on the ice, balance is everything.
Mm-hmm.
That comes into a big deal.
So I don't know what the marshal did. I kind of suspect I know what the marshal did.
He don't know what he did.
Really?
There's going to be
Can he not remember?
an episode like Groundhog Day,
Just repeats the same thing over and over again.
but nobody knows it but Firefighter Fred.
Fire crew. What do they holler?
Fire crew.
Yeah, fire crew. Anytime the fire crew gets mentioned, you hear fire crew.
Yeah, either him or if any other ones around, they all
Yeah.
echo it in the background. Just like if you say Jose or Jesus,
Yeah, boss.
that one dude pops up.
Yeah, boss, what you
Good
need?
God, that thing ain't going to get old.
You called me boss?
Oh yeah. You need me,
Have
boss?
you listened to any more of it?
No. Which I've been at the house, so
Right.
He's like me. I don't listen to it at the house. I wait
Yeah,
till
it's
I'm at
only
work.
I
at
do
work.
if I'm doing anything around the house. I'll just put it in my top pocket and listen to it as I'm
Well,
going.
I'll break out Morbid or Crime Junkies or something like that and listen to them, because anything I really like,
Mm-hmm.
enjoy, I want to wait till I'm at work.
Dude, I
Yeah.
totally skipped listening to Friday Night Tights. And I would listen to that almost religiously to keep up with 90 Degrees South.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, it's good. Like I said, most of my trips take 2 or 3 hours when I go
Mm-hmm.
get parts, and I just turn that bad boy on, Bluetooth it through the radio, and just let it go.
I'm kind of going to be disappointed when I hit the wall, man, and I have to wait for the next episode.
Well,
But
Well,
you
you-
like
we're,
that
we're
too,
starting
right?
June.
you're lucky that they just started season 3 of this in
Mm,
March.
yeah.
So before that, the last episode was in August of last
Right,
year.
Yeah, so I'd have had a long
So
wait
at least,
there.
yeah, at least you didn't have that whole
Yeah, right.
6 month wait, 7 month, 8 month wait. Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, so we're looking at this month should be a new episode coming out. I wish they do it like King Falls and they just come out with one every Tuesday or something like that.
It was it was every the 1st and the 15th, if you
Yep.
remember. Came out twice a month, on the 1st and on the 15th.
Well, I mean, there's a lot more that kind of goes into their podcast of what they're doing there. So
Yeah,
Yeah, there's a lot of work involved in it.
yeah, because voice actors and all that stuff and they actually started putting sound effects and stuff in with it. So
I just finished up season 4. Well, the last season of Old Gods of Appalachia, which is a really good podcast too. Yeah, well, good. Neither one of y'all listened to it, so.
I listened to a couple episodes of it when you mentioned it. What was that one about a bridge?
A bridge. Oh, I know.
The guy's dad was
Bridge
a cop.
18 or something.
The guy's dad was a cop and ended up just disappearing. Never did find his body.
Bridgetown, Bridgeport, Bridgewater.
Bridgewater, yeah.
They put out another season, but I've never finished it yet.
Oh, they actually announced another season?
They come out with season 2.
Oh, okay. Well, I have to re-listen to it because I got into it, and again, it's one of them. You get into it, you binge listen to it, then there's nothing, and then you kind of forget about it because it goes so long without being nothing.
So now I gotta. Eventually, I'll back up and catch the rest of that one too. Well, there's our recommendations. What you got?
He's a sports podcaster.
I was going to say, what I've got is June 6th starts the NBA Finals, and my Boston Celtics are there. Hopefully they're going to win. They are the best team.
Celtics fan. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So that starts June 6th. That's what most of my podcasts I've been listening to for the last few months now has been basically primarily based around the NBA playoffs going on. So now that that's basically over, this is when I'll be able to really get into like 90 Degrees South and catch up on my other podcast. Well, that and also when I get through re-listening to Fire and Blood for like the 5th time.
Oh, we'll soon have some of that to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got it all downloaded. I got the House of the Dragon downloaded on my iPad so I can start watching it again. Cause
we didn't get you all the way through that one, did we?
No. I got to like the last 3 or 4 episodes, and I just...
Right about the time they changed Rhaenyra's.
I watched a couple of episodes after that, and it, like I said, I don't like it when they change my woman from being strong and independent to she just seems weak.
Well, yeah.
I don't like it.
But that's part of the story. It kind of...
Yeah.
And I understand there's a lot happens in the
broken,
book.
but kind of, yeah.
Yeah, I know there's a lot that happens in the book.
And you think she's weak now, just like she's going to get stronger this season.
But colder, too.
But then season 3, she's just... By season 3, you'll see... Well, I don't know how they're going to do the episode, so maybe by halfway through 2, she'll just be broken.
What was that thing you sent out the other day with George, or did you? One of you did.
It's probably me.
The George R.R. Martin teased a darker second season to the pre. We already knew that. What was it he put out? What did he say?
Let me go back to our group.
Did he say, "Hey, I'm done with the book"? No, he didn't say that.
No, hell no.
Because he is supposed to be putting out another Fire and Blood Part 2 book. Because basically,
oh my God.
Well, I mean, Fire and Blood is, this is just a backstory. So when the point where Fire and Blood ends, there's still like 100 years between that ending and when the Game of Thrones, the first Game of Thrones book picks up. So he's basically trying to fill in that gap.
Yeah, the prequel will have a much more different tone.
Well, yeah, it's getting ready to get real dark. I mean, the first episode of this season is called A Son for a Son.
Son for a Son. So,
and that is in the book.
We know what happened at the end of season 1.
No, we don't.
No, we don't. We do. You don't.
Yeah. I knew before it even aired on TV, but yeah.
We'll let you catch up on that, and then we'll.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said,
it's a big dragon battle at the very end. By the way, I want to say a big.
Well, it's a big dragon.
The battle's not that much.
Yeah. I mean, it's like this is not a fair battle. This is Andre the Giant versus Rey Mysterio Jr.
You got a point.
Yeah, but you got to look at it this way. Even that a small dragon is a little bit more maneuverable than a big.
It didn't help. It didn't in the end. It didn't matter.
In the books, it describes it. That would have helped if the weather wasn't the way it was.
Right.
You'll watch it. You'll see.
Okay.
There's a reason why the smaller dragon couldn't really use his maneuverability to his advantage, like maybe happens later on when the big dragon Vagar fights Caraxes, the red worm.
But we'll get all caught up on that.
Oh yeah, I'll get caught up on it.
Yeah, because again, June 16th is when the new season starts, and that's on a Sunday. So obviously, probably. When we put our podcast out June 15th, that Saturday, it'll probably be us breaking down season 1 and getting ready for season 2.
Yep. I just hope I can have the thrill like I used to have for Game of Thrones and the first part of House of Dragon, because every Sunday come in, right when it start getting time, I'd have everything set. I look at my son, don't you bring your ass out that room to aggravate me for nothing in the world. House better be on fire. And if you can't take a cup of water and put it out, you better wait till at least I get done watching this. Then we will battle it.
I don't know, man, if we'll ever get that again.
No.
Because, I mean, Game of Thrones was just so...
We will, but not till the new Harry Potter series.
You know what? You're right. You're absolutely right.
Yep.
That's probably the next
That's going to be the next
thing that might have that kind of oomph.
For us.
You know?
yeah.
It may not be for everybody else, but for us, it will.
Michael's girlfriend just got into watching Game of Thrones. I've been trying to get Michael to watch it forever, and she decided to start watching it.
He never would watch it, would he?
No.
Right?
She's on season 2, and she's already swarping and cussing on it.
Yep.
I said, just give it time. Just give it time, Michael. I said, she said, well, she can hear you. I said, well, I'm not going to say too much, but she's going to start cussing even more. She said, I can't believe they killed my man.
Oh, yeah. The end.
She's not seen... Does she listen to this?
Season 3.
No.
Okay, so we're not spoiling anything if we say anything on here. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, she ain't a podcast person.
Season 3, episode 9. That'll piss her off to no end.
Yep.
The Red Wedding. But then, as I was told when I got pissed off at that point, just make it 3 more episodes.
Just don't stop now.
Purple Wedding. And then everything is like, oh, joyous and, rain
One
from
of
the
the most
heavens.
satisfying scenes on television. It's sad, ain't it?
Yep.
Oh, it is. And I love that it's called the Purple Wedding.
It took that little monster bleeding out through his eyeballs.
And turn him purple.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh, she talks about Joffrey like crazy. I can't fucking stand him. I wish somebody just pushed him right off the top of that castle.
To that actor's credit, man, he created a character that you absolutely love
He's
to hate.
almost as bad as Umbridge.
That's another one that you love to absolutely hate.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like, we've already done this before, but the top 5 most hated characters. It's like Umbridge and him are like 1 and 2.
Always.
Yeah.
On
And
everybody's list.
It's not even
always.
close with everybody else. Like, third place is a distant third place. It's like these are the 2 most hated characters in novel history and in TV history.
But yeah.
Yep. It was. I liked it.
But I totally have to agree with you, man. The next thing that's going to have that kind of, just get you that anxious will probably be the Harry Potter series.
Yeah.
Like I said.
Although, man, House of Dragons is close to that.
Oh, it's really good. Like
I said, when it first started out, I had that excitement. I said, oh, yeah, the new one's coming out. And then when they changed to the adult actors, and like I said, they made her weak. I was like, you mother hunters, I ain't watching this.
Well, and I think I mentioned this on last week's podcast, but I decided to rewatch House of the Dragon. I was going to do it slowly leading up to this. I watched 8 episodes in one day. Just because it was like, as soon as I started rewatching, I'm like, man, I forgot how good this show was. And next thing I know, I've watched 8 of the 10 episodes.
I don't know,
So,
man. You just, no matter what comes out, nothing's got that kind of, and maybe it's this time is the times are different now than when those shows were airing.
It probably is.
well,
there's a different air
maybe
about things.
It's different for me because I'm not the age you guys are.
No, I'm talking about like recently.
Well, I just
in
mean
the last few years.
In general, prior to Game of Thrones, there was never ever a show that I looked forward to the way I did Game of Thrones. Not even close.
You grew up in the age of where there was.
Well, I just didn't grow up watching a whole lot of TV shows. Period.
Well, if you wanted to watch something, there was a streaming app for it, and you could watch it then. Back when we was growing up, you had to be in a hurry to sit at the house.
No, I didn't have that when I was growing up. I had that once I was older.
Well, a little bit older, but
we didn't have internet at my house until I was 18. So that's what I'm saying. When I grew up from a kid to a teenager, I didn't watch a whole lot of TV.
If we missed something, we had to wait forever for it to air again.
Yeah.
And when it did show, you paid super close attention to every second that was on, because you're not going to see that again for months if you're lucky.
Yeah.
There was no streaming, no way to even like in the day when we could throw a VCR or a tape into the VCR and tape it and then watch it again.
Yeah.
There was no way to see it again until the network decided to show it to you again.
And back then, when VCRs first come out, you was looking $300-$400 for a VCR.
Mm-hmm.
It cost what a PlayStation cost back a couple of years ago.
Well, you see, I was watching a YouTuber do like a tier system, a ranking of all the different consoles and stuff, and I didn't realize that that was like the big selling point with the PS2 when it come out. Was when the PS2 come out, it was cheaper than buying a DVD player.
Yeah.
And it worked as a DVD player, a CD player, and obviously
And there you
a
go. You had
video
everything
game
in
player.
one.
Now you had to buy a special little adapter that plugged into the front of it, so you have a remote to use it for the DVD player. But
Yeah.
I mean, it's still cheaper.
Yeah, it was still cheaper than buying an actual DVD player, which, obviously I was a kid at the time, so I didn't know that a DVD player was more expensive than the PlayStation 2 was. But, yeah, so.
But what I was kind of getting at is just nothing excites people much anymore. There's just too much, what's going on.
Yeah.
There's just too much of that in the air all the time. And big groups don't get excited about anything. It's too hard to get excited about anything.
Yeah. That's why I don't understand why I don't like The Boys, because there's none of that in it.
No, not at all.
Because it rails against it.
Oh, well, I'm the woke stuff and just the political air and whatever. It's just like things that nobody gets. I don't know. Things are too serious.
Yeah.
And they are, but still.
When I watch a TV show, I want to be entertained by it and stuff. I don't want to have to worry about this. Just entertain me. I'm trying to shut down, relax, and just enjoy some content. That's all I want.
And like with Doctor Who, you can put good messages in it and not just beat a person to death with something. But
Yep. But like I said, it's that first episode I watched, Tooth and Claw, I really liked it.
That's a real good one.
Even when it first started coming on, I was like, "Oh, this looks totally different than season 1 I watched." And then I started watching. I was like, "Oh, well, this ain't that bad." Then when I got to the next one, it was still kind of good, but it threw me off that they was already in the middle of doing something, and I didn't know what the frick was going on.
That happens a lot.
I thought I missed something.
Yeah. Well, like I said, watch The Girl in the Fireplace. And it's more like Tooth and Claw, and it's an amazing episode.
I'll definitely give it a try.
And if you want to go back and watch anything from season 1,
what?
and The Empty Child.
Yeah, The Empty Child and The Doctor Dances.
It's a 2-parter. Watch both of those.
All right.
That's when you get to meet Captain Jack.
Yep. It's set back in World War II. Of course, it has alien stuff in it, and it's those two are probably Eccleston's best 2 episodes.
Yep.
You see,
and they were written by Stephen Moffat.
Oddly enough.
When I was watching this right here, I remembered a lot of when y'all was talking about Doctor Who, when y'all done y'all's week-long one. And in the morning time, and I was like, "Oh, okay, I remember him talking about this, and I remember that." And like I said, I love NCIS, but I could not break down this episode and the name of it. I can't do that, even though I like it. Couldn't do it, but you can tell y'all two really into it. Y'all name off the episode, everything that's going on in the episode. The name, I can't remember the name of half of the damn people I watch on TV, even though I like them.
Like I said, and to be fair, even shows, like I said, Teen Wolf is my most watched TV show. Like, Doctor Who's catching up to it. Pretty soon I will have rewatched Doctor Who more than I rewatched Teen Wolf. But even with Teen Wolf, I don't know, like, the names of episodes. Because that doesn't play any importance at all in Teen Wolf. In Doctor Who, like, I don't know, something about the naming of the episode is, like, I don't know, it feels important. So I make sure I remember the name of the episode,
You can name off that name and instantly go to, which doctor it was, what companion he was with at the time.
Yeah, like I said, you can tell the difference when you're talking about that y'all really into Doctor Who, and it shows, and it makes it a more enjoyable listen. It ain't like with me over here. I'm breaking it down, but I don't have the enthusiasm y'all have when y'all talk about it.
You will have,
or like we do when we talk about Harry Potter, because there's a lot of enthusiasm in that one.
Point.
Yeah.
And you guys are way better at picking what happened in what book than I am.
Again, just listen to it so much, it's unreal.
Yeah, it's bad, but Corey has overtaken me on the re-listens of...
Now, y'all can narrow down, well, this happened in this chapter or this part of the book and what the chapter name was. I can't quite do that.
Yeah, I can't. I'm not quite that good anymore. Like I said, I started listening to them in Audible when it was... cassette tapes. It wasn't until book 5 that I was able to afford the CDs, and that was $50-some for the CDs. And that was like, dude, I need lunch the next 2 weeks, or do I want to listen to
Or,
this?
you know, priorities, man. You got to have priorities.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
like, I can always take leftovers from home, and that could be my lunch.
Yeah.
I mean,
Hey, when you're like into something,
You're willing to give up some stuff.
I can tell you, when I done that binge of Game of Thrones and I watched, all 6 seasons over one weekend, I didn't eat hardly nothing that weekend. And I ate a lot, but I didn't eat hardly nothing because I was just glued to the TV and I was not leaving for nothing.
Nope.
So, and same thing, when I was listening to Harry Potter when I was doing my first re-listen to Harry Potter, well, my first listen on Audible, but my first time kind of like rereading the books since, I'd read them when I was young, but this is my first time as an adult, like listening to them. Oh, it was just like mind-boggling. I wasn't doing anything else. I was at work in the truck, just driving around, just listening.
See,
there was nothing else going on. I wasn't hardly eating. I wasn't drinking. I was just listening.
That was me when Book 7 come out. I knew it was the last one. I was had to work the midnight shift up here, and I finagled with one of the other guards to switch out and go get the book. Come back in that night. I was like, all right. I started reading. I was like, I need to slow down. This is the last book. There's nothing after this. I don't want to zip through it too quick, but I set it down, and it was so good. I was like, a couple more chapters. All I need to do. Boom, pick it back up. I'm reading some more. I get through it. I was like, no, I got to put it down. I get home. I go to bed. I wake up kind of early. I was like, well, it ain't going to hurt me to read a couple chapters at the house. I'm not going to just wait for work. I read them at the house. By the end of the next night, I was done with the book. And as good as the book was, I was still sad because there was nothing else to read after that.
That's when you just start back over from book 1.
Well, I had all them on cassette and stuff.
I'm just saying.
That's back when LimeWire was out.
Oh,
and I
yeah.
got book 7 on a bunch of CDs, and I ended up letting Jamie borrow them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because when I done my first listen on Audible, I burned through it like ridiculously quick. And when I got to the 7th book and when I ended it, I was like, man, that was amazing. And I was still just raring to go. So I just immediately went right back to book 1 and just started over again.
See, my problem is book 7 I have listened to 3 times.
Yeah.
I read it the first time. I listened to it again when I brought him down on CD because Jim Dale, man, when he's reading it, it's just a whole different book compared to when I'm reading it. And then this last time, I was like, you know what? I haven't listened to
Yeah, for the first time in years, you re-listened to it.
and it was like I was giddy again. I was because there was stuff I forgot. I was like, oh, I forgot this happened. And it was just like the book was fresh again, and I didn't know nothing about it. And I get that excitement for it. I kind of wish I wasn't driving the truck when I was listening to it. I was actually sitting around. That way I could focus more on it and enjoy it just a little bit better. But I still enjoyed it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
See, that's the way I was when I just recently, within the last month or so, I re-listened to Queen of the Damned.
Yeah.
And, dude, it's
The
probably
Anne Rice
been...
novel.
I didn't listen to them years ago. I actually read the thing probably 20-plus years ago. So there's a whole lot of little details I had forgot about. And yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
I'll do the rest of the series eventually, but I stopped at the end of Queen of the
Right,
Damned.
right.
Because, I mean, that's like too many books to get into right away. I had too much other stuff I'm doing.
Oh, yeah.
90 Degrees South, for one.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, you'll be fully caught up on it by the end of tomorrow night.
Tomorrow, I'll be done. I got some stuff to do around the house. I'll be listening to it the whole time I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Well, you also got to work tomorrow night, so.
True. By the time I get to work, I will have already finished 90 Degrees South.
Yeah.
I had to do something. I had to listen to something else.
See, I had to stop myself from listening to it at home because I needed something to listen to while I was at work riding.
Yeah.
Oh, I can always find something else.
So I
my
basically
problem.
I
got.
can finally catch up on Friday Night Tights, which I haven't listened to yet.
Oh,
yeah.
God. Yeah, there's like 4 episodes each. 4 hours
4
each.
hours. Yeah, 4 hour segments. So.
I don't know how to do it.
I don't either.
Yeah.
I don't either. Speaking of which.
Yeah. Yeah, I believe it's time to end this one.
Yeah, I'm probably going to have to powder out.
Yeah, it's getting a little late. We went a little bit longer on this one. Even though it
Yeah.
was done with, we still kind of stayed over.
Yeah.
So what's the mission, guys?
What are we talking about?
We doing anything tomorrow or what?
Oh,
Yay or nay? Don't matter to me. I
well,
gotta be here.
I
anyway.
mean, if he's gonna watch Girl in the Fireplace, we can always have another pod tomorrow breaking it down, and
Yeah, I'll watch Girl in the Fireplace.
yeah, and because we can get a lot of it because we love that episode. That episode is amazing.
Yeah, and it don't have to be our normal long ones because these are just specials.
I didn't expect this one to be freaking 2 hours long.
no, we kind of.
No, I didn't either.
So you'll probably hear from us again tomorrow.
Cool.
Yep, we'll talk to y'all tomorrow then.
Later.